Chosen one, stop scrolling right now, not later, not after another video. Listen carefully to my voice. What I am about to tell you today is something the system is terrified you will discover. There is a profound truth about your financial situation that they want to keep hidden, and the matrix relies entirely on your ignorance to maintain its control. But heaven is intervening today. Take one deep breath slowly. Let the noise leave your mind for a moment. Type 777 right now if you feel this shift in the atmosphere. You did not find this message by accident. A divine appointment brought you here today because there is a specific reason why your life has felt overwhelmingly heavy in the last 72 hours. You have been fighting battles nobody understands. You smile while carrying a financial weight nobody sees. The exhaustion is absolutely real. You wake up tired. Your shoulders carry an invisible burden. And every single time you feel like you are finally getting ahead, an unexpected expense suddenly appears and drains your resources completely dry again. It feels like an endless cycle. You try to save. You try to build a future. But the money just slips through your fingers like water. People look at you and think you are doing perfectly fine. But inside, you are constantly calculating your next move just to survive, while wondering if you are doing something fundamentally wrong with your life. You wonder if you are simply not smart enough. Stop blaming yourself right now. I need you to understand something deeply. This financial struggle is not your fault. It is not because you lack intelligence. It is not because you are lazy or incapable. Your exhaustion is a spiritual symptom, and you are not experiencing a normal financial crisis like everyone else. You are enduring an intense spiritual attack. The system wants you to believe you are incompetent. They want you stressed. They want you desperate and running on fumes. Because when you are trapped in survival mode, your vibration stays incredibly low, and the matrix deliberately keeps your bank account empty so you cannot access your true power. They deeply fear your awakening. You are a cycle breaker. You were placed in your family with a very specific assignment to end the generational poverty. The enemy knows exactly who you are. They recognized your light before you even understood it yourself. That is exactly why the resistance against your finances has been so violently strong, because they are desperately trying to starve your divine purpose. But a massive shift just happened in the unseen realm. The divine frequency of abundance is overriding the delay. Heaven has been watching you struggle silently while you still manage to help others around you. You gave when you had nothing left. Your pure sacrifice was recorded, and the universe is finally issuing a divine decree over your circumstances today. There are 9 hidden gifts buried deep inside your spirit. The system spent your entire life trying to make you suppress them. They called you overly sensitive. They called you quiet or intense. But those perceived flaws are actually your greatest spiritual weapons. And God encrypted these 9 gifts inside your DNA to attract unimaginable wealth. I need you to stay with me until the very end of this message. We are going to unlock every single one of these 9 hidden gifts together. What the Holy Spirit is about to reveal will finally make sense of every tear you cried in secret. The matrix cannot hold you back anymore, and the season of you living paycheck to paycheck is permanently over. Your frequency is already changing as you hear these words. You can feel the heavy chains of generational debt starting to fracture. The enemy is panicking right now because their ultimate trap has officially failed. You survived the terrible wilderness. You walked through the fire. And now you are stepping out of the shadows and entering a profound spiritual transition. Before I go any further, I need you to understand something deeply. You have looked at your empty bank account and cried in secret. You thought God was punishing you for something you did wrong in your past. You believed heaven had simply forgotten about your prayers while blessing everyone else around you. But that painful assumption is a complete lie. God's divine delay is not a permanent denial. It is absolute exactness from the divine universe. The universe was not holding your financial blessing back to torture you or make you suffer unnecessarily. Heaven was keeping that door firmly closed, because entering it too early would have completely destroyed you. You were simply not ready to handle the magnitude of what is coming. Think about the intense isolation you have experienced recently. People suddenly walked out of your life without any logical explanation. You felt deeply abandoned and completely rejected by them. But your painful isolation is not a spiritual punishment. It is a divine quarantine to deeply protect your frequency. God was actively removing toxic connections from your inner circle before releasing your wealth. The Matrix sends energy vampires disguised as close friends to drain your resources. If heaven had released your wealth while those people were still attached to you, they would have stolen your entire harvest. So the universe stripped everything down to the bare bones. You had to be separated from the noisy crowd to be thoroughly purified. This strange season of financial drought was a holy furnace. It burned away every attachment you had to the illusion of the Matrix. You learned how to survive on absolute faith when you had zero physical evidence to support your hope. And through that intensely painful process, your spiritual vessel was expanded and fortified to hold massive power. You cannot pour a massive ocean into a tiny broken cup. Heaven is preparing to release a mega deposit into your life right now. This is not just a small amount of money to pay a few overdue bills. It is generational wealth that will completely alter the trajectory of your bloodline forever. But your physical vessel had to be completely ready. As a chosen one, your wealth is tied directly to your spiritual assignment. You are the designated cycle breaker for your family. You are the specific intercessor for your entire family lineage. The enemy knew that if you got access to major resources, you would dismantle their dark systems completely. So they tried to break your mind with severe poverty. But you did not break under the heavy pressure. You bent under the heavy spiritual weight, but your spirit remained pure. You continued to show genuine kindness to people who never thanked you. You kept your heart soft in a cruel world that tried desperately to make you bitter and cold. That relentless kindness was a rigorous divine test, and you have successfully passed it with absolute grace. The heavy divine quarantine is officially lifting today. Your period of painful financial isolation has reached its final expiration date. You are no longer required to fight the exhausting spiritual war of lack and scarcity. The massive, invisible walls that the Matrix built around your finances are crumbling into dust right in front of your very eyes. But heaven did not leave you defenseless during this long season of waiting. While you thought you were just barely surviving day by day, the Holy Spirit was quietly activating something incredibly powerful inside your soul. You were being handed the sacred keys to the kingdom while you were walking blindly through the dark spiritual valley. There are specific tools you must use to manage the incoming mega deposit. If you do not recognize these internal tools, you will mishandle the profound blessing. The Matrix worked overtime to blind you to your own internal power and authority. We must expose exactly how the enemy operated to keep your divine gifts hidden in the shadows. Let me explain what is actually happening in the spirit realm right now. The Matrix is not just a concept or a metaphor. It is a highly organized spiritual system designed specifically to keep chosen ones trapped in survival mode. The enemy does not attack your bank account directly because money is simply an energy exchange. They attack your frequency. When your frequency is constantly drained, you cannot physically attract abundance into your life. You wake up completely exhausted. You feel incredibly heavy after talking to certain people. That is exactly how the dark system operates in the background. It deploys specific individuals into your life to act as spiritual parasites. They disguise themselves as helpless friends or family members, but they were sent to drain your light. You gave them your precious time, you offered them your pure heart, and they gladly took every single ounce of your energy while giving absolutely nothing back. They dumped their emotional garbage onto your spirit, and then they walked away, leaving you completely depleted and financially stagnant. You were an intercessor, acting as a human shield for them. The system orchestrated these toxic encounters to keep you utterly distracted. If you are constantly healing from betrayal, you cannot focus on building your wealth. If you are always putting out fires for other people, you have no energy left to manifest your divine purpose. The Matrix used your deep compassion as a weapon against you. But here is where it goes deeper, something nobody ever tells you. The enemy was absolutely terrified of what you carry inside. They did not hate you. They hated the blinding light inside you that easily exposed their hidden darkness. They recognized the 9 spiritual gifts encrypted in your soul long before you even knew they existed. To stop you from using these gifts, they tried to distort your identity. They called your deep intuition crazy. They labeled your empathy as emotional weakness. The system wanted you to believe that your unique traits were terrible flaws that needed to be fixed. They desperately wanted you to blend in with the sleeping masses. Because if a chosen one like you ever fully awakens to your true identity, their entire deceptive system collapses instantly. And they know a fully activated cycle breaker cannot be controlled by fear. A spiritually grounded warrior cannot be manipulated by artificial financial pressure. So they built invisible walls around your opportunities to keep you contained and quiet. You applied for jobs but heard absolutely nothing, and you tried to build businesses only to face bizarre and unexplainable obstacles at every single turn. Those were not normal failures. They were calculated spiritual blockages. The Matrix was actively hijacking your harvest and redirecting your wealth to people who serve their dark agenda. But heaven stepped in to shatter their control. Remember that strange isolation I mentioned earlier? That sudden quietness was God stepping in to permanently sever the energetic cords between you and the Matrix. The universe violently ripped those energy vampires out of your life to stop the massive leak. You are no longer bleeding out your sacred energy to toxic people. Right now, massive confusion is hitting the camp of the enemy. The group that came against you is currently panicking. They can see your frequency rising, and they are powerless to stop it. The invisible chains have been broken. Your spiritual vision is finally clear, and it is time to reveal the exact weapons you hold in your hands. I am going to walk you through the precise blueprint of your divine inheritance, because these 9 hidden gifts are not just spiritual concepts for your mind to ponder. They are practical tools that will pull extreme wealth into your physical reality. Listen closely. We are about to expose the profound power you have carried since the day you were born. The enemy is terrified of what you are about to discover, because among the 9 gifts you carry, there is one specific weapon that makes them absolutely tremble. We will get to that ultimate weapon in just a moment. But first, you must understand how your daily life is already filled with massive supernatural power. You have ignored these signs for way too long. Your first hidden gift is your aggressive spiritual discernment. You can walk into a crowded room and instantly read the unspoken energy of everyone there. People often think they are hiding their true intentions from you, but you see straight through their fake smiles and shallow words immediately. Your second gift is your deep, energetic empathy. You do not just hear what people say with their mouths, but you physically feel the frequency vibrating behind their words. This is not an emotional weakness like the Matrix told you. It is a highly advanced spiritual radar. Your third gift is your profound, supernatural knowing. You often know things before they happen without any logical explanation. The fourth gift is your divine creative frequency. You have the rare ability to build beautiful things out of absolute nothing. When the system tries to starve you of resources, you simply use your divine imagination to invent a brand new path out of the darkness. The fifth gift is your powerful repelling shield. Your very presence automatically triggers the hidden demons inside toxic people. That is exactly why some people dislike you instantly for absolutely no reason. Your pure light makes their internal darkness extremely uncomfortable, and they will try to push you away to protect their own fragile ego. Your sixth gift is your magnetic, healing aura. People naturally gravitate toward you when they are deeply broken. Complete strangers will suddenly confess their deepest secrets to you in random places. Your seventh gift is your unbelievable supernatural endurance. You have survived emotional crushing that would have permanently destroyed an average person, and you somehow heal yourself in silence to keep moving forward. The eighth gift is your crystal clear generational vision. You can easily see the dark cycles of poverty hiding in your family bloodline. You completely refuse to pass those heavy chains down to the next generation because you are the designated brick wall where the dark cycles finally stop. But none of these powerful gifts compare to the final one. I told you there was one specific weapon that absolutely shatters the matrix. The enemy desperately tried to make you loud and highly reactive. They wanted you to argue and defend yourself constantly against their lies, because when you argue, you leak your precious energy directly to them. Your ninth and most dangerous gift is your profound silence. Silence is not a weakness or a sad sign of defeat. Your silence is pure wisdom, strictly under control, and your calm is absolute authority. When you refuse to react, you keep your wealth frequency completely sealed and protected. The divine universe rushes in to defend you when you choose to stay quiet. Gently like this video, not for an algorithm, but as a physical declaration to the universe that you are in alignment. You are finally stepping into your undeniable power. These 9 gifts are no longer lying dormant inside your tired soul. Heaven is actively turning them on like massive shining floodlights. Your intuition is becoming sharper than ever before in your life. Your ability to read rooms will easily protect you from bad financial deals, and your deep intuition will guide you exactly where to step next. You are about to use these exact tools to pull incredible riches toward you. The universe is perfectly aligning these awakened gifts to attract a massive financial harvest. You are not just going to survive the upcoming months like you usually do. You are about to completely thrive in ways that will leave your enemies totally speechless. The heavy burden of survival mode is officially expiring right now. Prepare your spirit to receive. Now, remember that strange delay I mentioned at the very beginning. Remember those massive doors that slammed shut right in your face. Here is the absolute truth that heaven kept deliberately hidden from the enemy. That painful rejection was actually your ultimate spiritual protection. God did not close those doors just to deny your rightful blessing. He closed them because entering too early would have completely destroyed your tired spirit before you could even learn how to fight back. And consider that painful isolation you endured recently. It was a highly specific and holy quarantine. God was violently cleansing your inner circle so he could safely drop the mega deposit into your hands right now. The long delay was absolute and perfect exactness. The divine universe was simply waiting for your physical frequency to completely match the immense magnitude of this upcoming financial blessing. And right now, your frequency is perfectly aligned. The divine timing has finally arrived at the exact appointed hour. I need you to listen to me with your entire spirit today. In the mighty name of the divine creator, I break every generational cycle that has tried to wrap its heavy chains around your mind. The deep poverty officially stops with you today. The relentless anxiety stops with you right now. The endless struggle for basic survival is permanently destroyed. The dark altars of your ancestors have been completely shattered by your relentless faith. You are the ultimate and most powerful cycle breaker. You are the chosen one who rewrites the entire history of your family bloodline. I decree that the heavy, suffocating mantle of survival mode is falling off your tired shoulders in this exact second. You are no longer just surviving day by day. You are stepping into a profound and unprecedented season of absolute abundance. The massive spiritual debt of your family is fully paid. The system deliberately tried to keep you at the very bottom. They wanted you financially desperate, so you would settle for their pathetic crumbs. But a massive, unstoppable shift has just fractured their dark matrix completely. The divine frequency of extreme wealth is violently overriding their artificial delay, while heaven prepares a massive table for you. God is currently unlocking a mega deposit of financial power that the elite circles desperately tried to keep hidden from you. You are reclaiming everything that was stolen from your ancestors. Those who sat at crowded tables and spoke poorly of your good name are about to witness something absolutely terrifying. The universe is flipping the script right in front of their eyes. God is preparing a massive feast for you while your enemies watch in absolute silence. You do not have to lift a single finger to defend yourself. Heaven is stepping in right now to act as your ultimate defense attorney. Their wicked plots have officially collapsed into dust. The deep confusion they maliciously tried to cast onto your life is rapidly returning to their own camp, and they cannot stop it. Watch them panic as your internal peace becomes completely untouchable. They misunderstood your divine silence for terrible weakness, but now they will physically see the heavy weight of your spiritual authority. The heavy karma they generated is collapsing directly on their own heads. Your name is being completely cleared in the unseen realm right now. Take a moment and breathe it out heavily right now. The exhausting spiritual war you fought for your bloodline has been decisively won. The massive financial floodgates are bursting wide open in the unseen realm. Massive money will come to you from completely unexpected and surprising avenues because the divine universe is rewarding your pure obedience. Opportunities that were maliciously blocked for years are suddenly clearing up effortlessly. The heavy winds of divine favor are blowing aggressively in your direction. You are not stuck at the bottom anymore. You are holding the sacred keys to the kingdom directly in your hands. Do not shrink back into the familiar shadows of fear and doubt. Do not let old anxieties convince you that you do not deserve this massive harvest. You paid the incredibly heavy price while wandering alone in the dark wilderness, and now heaven is violently demanding full compensation with heavy interest from the corrupt system that maliciously tried to break you. Step out of the shadows and claim your rightful inheritance with absolute boldness. Listen to this next part very carefully. There is a strict rule you must follow right now. The mega deposit is officially crossing over into your physical reality. You will soon see the massive shift in your bank account, but you must learn how to protect this divine harvest. The enemy failed to stop your blessing, so their new strategy is to make you leak it through old attachments. When the financial doors burst open, your first instinct will be to celebrate loudly. You have suffered in the dark for so long. You will desperately want to prove your cruel doubters wrong. You will want to show them that God finally vindicated your lonely path. But you must resist that heavy temptation completely, because your silence is your absolute greatest protection right now. Do not post your victories for the public eye. Do not call those old toxic friends to share your good news. The people who abandoned you in the dark wilderness simply do not belong in your promised land. If you announce your new wealth to the wrong frequency, you will invite their intense jealousy directly into your life. Their dark envy is a dangerous spiritual weapon. The Matrix will suddenly send people from your past back into your daily life. They will text you out of nowhere just to check on you. They will pretend they missed your warm presence, but they are just spiritual spies sent to monitor your rising frequency. Do not let them back into your sacred space. You owe absolutely no explanation to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Let them assume whatever they want about your quiet life. You have entered the holy sanctuary of quiet authority. Your energy is way too expensive to spend on cheap drama anymore. From this moment forward, your presence alone will command deep respect. You do not need to flaunt your money to prove your worth, and true spiritual wealth always operates in absolute and complete stealth. You must also actively protect your deep, empathic heart. When you finally have plenty of resources, you will naturally want to rescue everyone around you. You will want to pay off their heavy debts and fix their broken lives. But heaven did not give you this mega deposit to fund someone else's toxic lifestyle. You cannot financially heal people who secretly want to stay broken. You must ask for divine discernment before you give away a single dollar. If God tells you to bless someone, you do it quietly. But if the Holy Spirit tells you to hold back, you must obey without feeling any guilt. You are no longer the emotional dumping ground for lazy people. You are a high-level steward of divine resources. You must govern your new wealth wisely. If you violate this strict rule of silence, the enemy will intercept your incoming messages. They will create new financial emergencies in the lives of your family members just to drain you dry again. So you must lock your lips tightly. Move in complete silence like a highly trained spiritual warrior. Let the sudden results speak for themselves when the proper time finally arrives. Your season of being loud and highly reactive is permanently over. You are stepping into the profound power of absolute stillness. The heavy battles you fought in secret are about to reward you heavily in public. Just stay completely silent. Stay deeply grounded in your unshakable faith. Watch heaven move massive mountains on your behalf while you rest peacefully in your new divine authority. We are about to seal this massive blessing permanently. You have absorbed an incredible amount of heavy spiritual truth today. Your physical body might even feel slightly lighter right now as the generational chains fall away. The heavy burden has been officially lifted off your tired chest. You are completely ready to step into your new identity as a wealthy and protected cycle breaker. But you must keep this protective frequency completely sealed. Do not let the daily noise of the Matrix drag you back down tomorrow. You must remember exactly who you are when the world tries to test your boundaries again. You are a masterpiece of the divine universe. You are the quiet victor who outlasted the worst storms. Now, prepare your heart to close this sacred door. Let the heavy energy settle down right now. You are completely safe in this moment. The exhausting spiritual war is finally over, and your internal frequency has been elevated and completely purified by the divine universe. Heaven is wrapping a thick blanket of absolute protection around your entire spirit today. You can finally rest your incredibly tired bones. Do not let the dark matrix pull you back into survival mode tomorrow. When you wake up in the morning, you will feel a profound sense of unshakable peace. The terrible anxiety that usually sits heavily on your chest will be completely gone. You are officially stepping into a beautiful season of effortless grace. The divine universe is handling all the heavy lifting for you now. I am praying a strict seal of divine protection over your life right now. I command every dark entity that tried to steal your wealth to permanently scatter. The spiritual enemy has absolutely no legal right to your finances anymore. The heavy generational curse is broken forever, and your family bloodline is officially marked for massive and undeniable abundance. Your sacred energy is completely sealed from hungry energy vampires. The toxic people from your painful past cannot access your new frequency at all. They are permanently blocked in the unseen spiritual realm before they can even reach your physical reality. You are fully protected by the highest divine authority, so you can walk forward with your head held incredibly high. This digital sanctuary is a highly safe place for your tired soul. If this specific message brought deep peace to your spirit today, gently like this video. Do not do it for a normal internet algorithm. Do it as a physical declaration to the universe that you are in absolute alignment with this new wealth frequency while proudly claiming your exact portion. The dark system will try to distract you from finding this pure truth again. They desperately do not want you to stay spiritually awakened. Subscribe to this sanctuary and turn on the bell right now. Do this so the enemy cannot maliciously intercept your future prophetic messages, because you need to keep your spiritual armor completely locked and heavily fortified. Leave a word in the comments below right now. We do not do it for basic internet visibility. We do it as a profound spiritual seal of absolute divine agreement. Type Amen or type 777 to physically lock this massive blessing into your reality. Your simple action is a powerful step of pure faith, and heaven clearly recognizes your quiet obedience today. You are a beautiful masterpiece of the divine creator. You are the resilient cycle breaker who survived the darkest nights completely alone, and you are the quiet victor who is about to inherit the absolute earth. The intense suffering was simply your rigorous preparation, but the glorious harvest is your undeniable reward. Let the deep healing wash over your entire being. Let go of the heavy resentment you hold against those who hurt you deeply. They were simply unaware pawns used by the dark matrix to test you. You do not need to seek loud revenge, because divine karma is already handling them precisely. Release that bitter poison from your pure heart. Forgiveness is not for them, but it is strictly to keep your own vessel perfectly clean for the new wealth. You are officially entering the most beautiful chapter of your earthly existence. The divine universe has prepared a massive table for you in the very presence of your old enemies. They will watch you effortlessly rise, while they remain permanently stuck in their own toxic cycles. But you will not boast or gloat. You will simply smile in perfect and absolute silence. May the profound peace of the highest heaven rest heavily upon your chosen household. May your financial baskets overflow so abundantly that you become a quiet blessing to the truly needy people. Go forward in your untouchable divine authority. The dark matrix has officially lost its grip on your life forever, and you are incredibly rich in spirit and in pure truth.